What is the Islamic jurisdiction about using credit cards? What is the Islamic jurisdiction or ruling on the use of credit cards? Look, Muslims, so I have a detailed video, not very long, but maybe 5-6 minutes or so about credit cards. I made it about 2 years ago. It's here on the YouTube channel. Inshallah, they will post it here. Briefly, all I can tell you is this simple. Credit cards is a riba industry. It's an industry that profits and benefits because of you and I swiping that plastic. They are so clever that when they originally started giving credit cards in this country about 30-40 years ago, I know Americans, non-Muslims, Muslims, who used to pay interest on using credit card. Yes, not the merchant. I'm talking about the consumer, meaning us, those who consume. However, they realize that, wow, people are still using cards, checks, and they're using checks and they're using cash. So how to turn the things around? They said, okay, we will charge a service fee from the merchant and from the consumer. We will charge interest only if they miss the payment, she or he. They miss the payment, someone misses the payment, only then we'll charge the interest. So what that did, there was a boom in credit card industry that common people started applying for credit cards. That, oh yeah, I'll pay in time. This was a trap. Many people forget to pay in time, number one. Many people, including myself. So you end up paying riba. Ya Allah. Allahumma hafazna min haza. So I have avoided this. To the best of my abilities. Two, many people, because they think they can pay, they are assuming that things will always be good, they buy and spend beyond their limits. So what happens? They also end up being under debt. Right now, Americans are one of the leading nations under debt because we are a credit card nation. That tells us the catastrophe that has happened in this country, that average American lives and dies under debt. And it's often credit card debt. Therefore, in one way or the other, we are actually strengthening a riba industry. It's a riba industry. It's a business, multi-billion-dollar business. COVID-19 or no COVID-19, credit cards do not go bankrupt. Think about it. Why? There's a reason. It's not just that they're providing us a service, it's profiteering from the needs and from the exploitation of people. That's what they do. Therefore, scholars of Islam, that especially living in the West, credit card is a necessity, unfortunately. They say, should you have a credit card? Number one, try your level best not to use it. As much you can use it for local grocery stores and all that, use debit card, use cash, use check. If you can, number one. This also gives business to your banks who want to use your money for buying houses and all that. Now, they too are involved in interest, but again, you're not directly dealing with interest in this case, right? Number one. Number two, should you still use a credit card? Like for airline tickets, not safe to use a debit card. You have to use a credit card. Most of them will not even take a debit card. Hotel rooms, car rentals, most of these places take only credit cards. Now, because of the economy, many of them said, oh, we'll take cash, we'll take debit card, but most of them still take credit card. So for that necessity, it is called durura. Have a credit card or two, but don't go crazy. Like just because you're given a necessitated answer, you and I just go crazy and have like 10 credit cards and have this and this on credit cards. It's a riba industry. Avoid it to the best of your abilities, inshallah ta'ala, and use it only when you have to have a need or when you have to use it. That's it. Don't just make it a habit. Again, living in the Western countries, especially North America and Europe, it's difficult. We are unfortunately a riba-based economy. We are an interest-based economy. Very sadly, I'm saying that. Allahumma hafazna min riba. May Allah save you and I from riba, from interest. This is one of the ugliest sins. Remember, there is no sin in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has called it a war against God and His Messenger. Allahu Akbar. May Allah save you and I from that. Okay? Hope that helps, inshallah ta'ala.